Sometimes the simplest changes can have the greatest effects. And in the world of video game modding, a great example of this are the randomizer mods. They can often completely change the way you play an otherwise familiar game. And with the arrival of the Gran Turismo 4 randomizer mod, which fully randomizes all prize cars in the game, it's safe to say that even the more serious racing games are no longer an exception to this. You may have seen some people play this mod already, including myself. And when there's randomizers, you'll find randomizer races, where players will compete against each other to see who has the most luck. However, having good game knowledge and adaptation skills can make winning these just that little bit easier. Now, a variety of 1 versus 1 randomizer races have already been done in the past, so we had to make things a little bit more interesting. This then led to 5 content creators, those being Leginho, Turbo Anime, JamesVariety, ThunderTHR, and myself, being brought together to create a full-scale randomizer championship. Now, the objective for this is simple: collect as many unique prize cars as possible and get the highest total sale value for all your cars. There are 5 rounds of 60 minutes and points are awarded for your finishing position in each round. So first place gets 4 points, second place gets 3, all the way down to 0 points for the unlucky person in last place. We then sell all the prize cars and repeat the process. Additionally, to make our lives a bit easier, all the racing licenses are unlocked from the start, together with a small loan of 110,000 credits, so we can all dive straight into the action. And last but not least, any game speed-up, save states and glitch abuse is not allowed. And so, with the rules in place and the stage set, let's dive into our Gran Turismo 4 Randomizer Championship.
2, 1, go.
My first plan was to see if I could do the first few rounds without buying a single car. But Xbox, how do you even get a car without the license tests, you may ask? Well, that's where the mission races come in. There are up to 5 cars for grabs here, but the only viable ones for this run are the past missions and the first set of 1-lap magic races. The other 3 are too long, too inconsistent, or a combination of the two. In this case, I opted for the past missions, which are very easy to complete in a single go and don't take more than 15 minutes. And after doing all 10 missions, I will receive my very first prize car in the run.
Come on, be good to me, be good to me. That's actually not bad, but also not good as well. That's like the most mediocre car I could have gotten ever.
Well, not great, but also not terrible, and at least it has a 1-make championship, so I used it there to truly start my racing journey. And after over 20 minutes of racing in this wagon, which admittedly was quite fun, I got to see if that was all worth my time.
What kind of a car is that?
It was not worth my time. Luckily, I had accounted for this. If the mission races and anything I would get after these events would lead to nothing, I would activate Plan C. Now, don't worry, I haven't joined Ferrari's strategy team yet. It's called Plan C because it involves the Subaru Impreza Spec C, the grippiest and fastest road-going Impreza in the entire game. Now, don't let its small rearing fool you, there's a reason why it features on the thumbnail of my very first Gran Turismo video and is how I got to know T-Kanji and his incredibly useful car setups. So if anything was going to carry me through this competition, it has to be this. So I gave it as much power as possible, as well as some racing tires, suspension, differential, wing, and the most important part, the oil. However, with all this upgrading and tuning, I only had 17 minutes left. And since I didn't want to risk doing any of the longer events, it was time to head straight to the Special Condition Hall. This is where the bulk of the prize cars can be won. Some of these races can give you a prize car in as little as 2 minutes. But since we have more than 4 hours of racing ahead of us, I was afraid that these can run out a little bit too quickly. That was something to worry about later though. I needed another prize car fast. So it was time to get straight into the action, and the stardom that awaited us had no idea what was coming. Go, go, go! Unsurprisingly, when you combine the fastest rally car in the game with some of T-Kanji's tuning magic, you end up with a rocket ship. Of course, the tight streets of the Italian town we were racing through were sometimes not too nice for us. However, my luck with the prize cars was still off to a bad start.
It's a PTSD fucking Camaro. Yeah, this first round was basically just over.
Now at this point I had only 4 minutes remaining and I would rather keep the very short events for later. So while I give the Subaru a small tune optimization, let's take a look at how the others fared off so far. Our German friend Leginho bought an R33 Skyline as his weapon of choice and started with the Sunday and 4-wheel drive cups, where he managed to win a bunch of really nice JDM legends. Except one of them turned out to be this.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
So, Leginho's pretty much set for this run, but how's it going on the other side of the pond? Well, Turbo Anime opted to use the increased amount of starting cash to immediately purchase a Motorsport Elise. He then started in its respective one-make event to receive another British lightweight car, which is eligible to race in the K-Car Cup. He then used it for said K-Car Cup, only to receive an Elise made by Opel. This car was then used to dominate the World Compact Championship, and when the clock hit 0, Turbo would go full circle back to where it began, as the game seemed to appreciate the Elise purchase a little bit too much.
Of course. Damn it. Yeah, I could have done this first and then got the Lotus.
Thunder THR, on the other hand, followed my strategy of starting out with the mission races, which, unlike me, gave him a slightly better reward.
Are we gonna get lucky?
Oh, hell yeah, we got lucky. We absolutely got lucky. Hell yes. Pennzoil Nismo Skyline, let's fucking go.
So he was immediately off to a great start, but instead chose to use the more normal Subaru Impreza wagon to do some of the early game events like the Sunday Cup. Although this one gave him a funky yellow Miata, the following event he did gave him something way better.
Oh, let's go! Another fucking race car. FTO Super Touring car. Hell yes, we got 2 good cars already.
These 2 race cars would give him an overwhelming advantage in this round, even though he tried and ultimately failed to complete the all-wheel drive challenge as well. The only one who could still prevent a round win is James, who started out in a Miata.
This is where it's gonna, oh, it's even bronze, look at that, mwah, gorgeous. And it's a 2nd gen, so we're gonna be faster than a 1st gen. We are gonna go straight to the sun. I'm gonna put a turbo, I'm gonna put a racing chip, I'm gonna put something else in it, probably weight reduction, because it's not light enough, you know, it's only a Miata. And then we're gonna go straight to it.
Another sensible choice, if you make sure your car is up to standard, something he unfortunately had to find out the hard way in the Sunday Cup.
7-point I forgot to change the oil. It's GG, it's over. It's Jover. Here come, oh man. Okay, I'm not soaring ahead as quickly as I thought I would, but that's okay. Get off! I do have $100,000. I didn't have to go with the Miata. I could have gone with something else. Alright. Alright, Jesus Christ! It's really not working. I'm handicapping myself in it. Yeah, I don't want to jump straight ahead, you know, I want to give everybody else a chance.
Luckily for him and his sanity, he quickly bounced back from that initial loss, as the game gave him a fitting reward for his troubles.
Ooh, not bad. Okay, it's not the race car version. That's okay. That's okay. That's a relatively costly normal car. I'll take that.
He then used his Corvette to complete the FR Cup.
Killjoys, make some noise. That could have gone bad. If he was closer, that could have gone really bad. Alright.
But this time he got a smaller reward. Literally.
Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Okay, just get me to the special missions. Just get me to the missions. Let's go. Jesus Christ.
After this disappointment, James then became the 3rd player to do the overtaking missions in the first round. However, with the initial MX-5 shenanigans, he just missed out on finishing the final 2 in time, leaving him with only 2 cars for this round. And so, with the results for everyone known, let's tally the scores for this first round. Thunder would unsurprisingly be the clear winner, with Leginho in 2nd. After that, it will be Turbo in 3rd, James in 4th, and myself in last place thanks to the horrendous reward cars I had obtained. But there was no time to waste after my poor start. After everyone sold their prize cars, it was time to do it all over again, where it was now time to show how quick this Subaru really is. Alright, let's move on to round number 2 then, and since the first round went so poorly for me, I still needed some money to fully upgrade my Impreza. That is why I wanted to get some of the bigger events out of the way first, like the Subaru One Make and Boxer Spirit, but not before doing a small test run on Tsukuba Wet to get a quick price car, and it was pretty quick. And to make matters even better, it seemed that my luck was slowly turning around for the better.
That's actually good. Razor car, razor car. Good start, good start.
Now, luckily, Razor's main car in street form was already more valuable than our entire collection from the last round, so we were already off to a much better start. Next on the list was the Subaru One Make event, and with all cars being stuck in Prezas and Legacies, it just got reduced to a personal hot lap contest.
We're lapping him in a 5-lap race. Hey guys, it's your boy Slap Train here. First entry drift. Oh, this car's so broken. I love it.
Also, because it's a championship, I could skip the final race due to my overwhelming points advantage, saving some precious time. It also gave 75,000 credits for winning the championship, allowing me to buy some of the final upgrades. However, the reward would be another BMW, except this one is less valuable than the one from earlier, so the Boxer Spirit Cup was up next, where even the roofs were no match for our blue monster. After receiving an Aston Martin, I now had to decide between the Aston Martin One Make or the Spider and Roadster Cup, since I wanted to do at least one event exclusive to my prize cars. And since the latter can be completed faster, I swapped over to the Z4 and got to work, which then served as a painful reminder that I still wasn't as lucky as I hoped to be yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh god.
So we did get a truck from this event, except this one isn't usable in any events for multiple obvious reasons. I also checked what I would have gotten if I did the Aston Martin Cup instead, which turned out to be a box standard Skyline which is only worth 10,000 credits, so in the end the decision didn't matter all that much. Anyway, while I went back to the tuning shop and applied some finishing touches to the Impreza, let's see how the other ones are doing once again. Let's start off with last round's winner Thunder THR, who now bought himself a Honda Prelude to compete in the front wheel drive cup. For this he will receive a legendary British car, but not the one you probably think of.
Gorsek, piss off. Oh god, that's
Now, sadly, this course I wasn't going to win anything, so he returned to the Subi wagon to complete more special condition races. The Tsukuba Wet Hard Race, interpret that event name how you will, puts you up against a Le Mans prototype, but they're usually quite beatable on a wet track. Unless this happens.
Oh no. No! Oh no. There goes all that. I'm just gonna move on then.
Yeah, when I was reviewing the footage, I could kind of feel the pain that Thunder was in, as this cost him some valuable time. Still, could be worse. You could also be JamesVariety, who decided to take his MX-5 to play with the other track day bros, which he thought was all going to plan, until it didn't.
Okay, did I win? Did I get enough points? I didn't see the point standings. God fucking damn it! Oh fuck, I just wasted half an hour!
Yep, he just wasted a third of his round time to get absolutely nothing. Well, as a kind of consolation prize, James did get 2 Lancer Evos out of this round. Except one of them turned out to be this.
Rally car, rally car, rally car. That might be. I saw Evo and I was like, get the fuck out of here. But rally car.
Thunder was only slightly less lucky as he got a Pagani Zonda and yet another Lancer Evo 6, this time being tuned by Mines. That then brings us to our last North American in Turbo Anime for this round, who, together with his trusty Motorsport Elise, would have a much smoother round than his regional compatriots.
Oh wait, what did we get?
Let's go! Actual goated vehicle, yes! Well, off to a great start. Yes!
Now, although this Impreza is rear-wheel drive, as it was used in the Japanese GT Championship, it's still an Impreza, so he pretty much replicated what I did in this round by doing the Subaru One Make event. Also, can I mention how fun it is to drive this car? Like, seriously, give this car a try in Gran Turismo 4, you will not be disappointed. This event then gave Turbo yet another Lotus, this time being a decently priced Esprit Turbo. He then tried to do the Boxer Spirit event but found that it may be too risky to complete in time, so instead he opted to complete a Special Condition event. However, the car he got was a box standard prelude, but just like my decision from this round, it wouldn't have mattered much if he instead did the Boxer Spirit Cup. This then only leaves us with my eastern neighbor Leguinho, and it turned out that he had a pretty unique strategy, as he would buy a bunch of cars in every round to use in their respective events. For this round however, he got something very special, because he bought a Gigachino. He then used his R33 Skyline and Gigachino in tandem to complete a bunch of events, which seemed to work well in terms of completion rate and confidence.
At least I want to beat Xbox. I don't care if I win the whole segment, but I want to beat Xbox. I hope he will get a cursed seat because he's using the he's there emote. Hopefully.
However, his cars weren't all that amazing, as he would only receive a bunch of sports cars. He then used his last few minutes to get a Daihatsu Midget 2, so the one that has 4 wheels instead of 3, for the next rounds. But before he can use it, we've got to add up the scores again, and despite all of his early round woes, JamesVariety would turn out to be the winner, with his rally car crushing the scores of all other players. What's even more interesting, however, is that Thunder's Mainz Evo and Pagani Zonda allowed him to edge out Turbo's Subaru race car drop by only 190 credits. And what's even more surprising was that the M3 GTR I got was worth more than all of Leguinho's cars combined. This would finally put me on the board, but with only a single point, I was still in last place and already far off from Thunder, who had now taken a convincing early lead in the championship. But with our Blue Monster fully maxed out and ready to go off-road, it was time to start the comeback.
That's what I want. There we go.
If at this point you haven't checked T Kanji's Gran Turismo guides yet, this car should serve as a great reason why you should. In this round I managed to get 7 cars, the most out of any player in a single round up until this point. Some of the special condition events like Ice Arena Easy can be done in as little as 4 minutes. And although I had a bit of a poor start, I would finally get a big win with the second prize car.
There we go! Let's go! That's exactly what we needed. That's exactly what we needed.
Now, although the next 2 prize cars weren't as useful to us, especially after getting the Zanafi Skyline GTR, the 5th one was an Audi A3, which has a pretty short one-make race, so I decided to switch it up a bit and give this funky all-wheel drive hatchback some time in the limelight. While that's happening, let's see how the others fared off so far.
I got a rally car. Good one. Renault 5 Maxi Turbo. Nice.
Okay, so this round is definitely not over yet. Leguinho's purchase at the end of last round paid off instantly, while Thunder THR got an already rare truck to then obtain a race car out of the sports truck race. Turbo Anime on the other hand was a bit less lucky in this round so far, although the Motorsport Elites continue to sing onwards and claim a bunch of easy victories. And James, well, although I do feel bad for him when rewatching this run and showing this to you guys, I don't even need to narrate over what's happening here. You've got to watch this yourself.
Oh wait, we might be able to do it clean. Okay.
Bye, have a good
No points for fuck. No points for fairness. This is bullshit. Every day we eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue. Attack. This is my problem with this track, bro. Just a well-placed. God fucking damn it. Okay. Take this one tight. Nice. Go. Why would it just come to a complete stop like that? My goodness. Shit. I don't have a spare controller. I really shouldn't throw this thing. That's done. It's over. I think we're gonna have enough time. It's gonna be so goddamn close. It's gonna be so close. I better get something good from this. Okay. Here we go. Nas. I think we got it. Oh my god. Oh, that was fucking torture. Yeah, very good job there. 18 seconds to spare. Fuck you, George. Please. Give me something worth my effort. Deep throat that shit, my guy. Deep throat it. Get that shit out of here, bro. Oh my god. Well, time to face the music.
So yeah, although the new cars are more competent than the MX-5 he had earlier, it didn't quite stop him from the occasional skill issue, netting him only 2 box standard cars in the entire round. Now, let's go back to our run, as the 1-way cup in the A3 was still a bit of a gamble, costing us more time than the average special condition race. But once we completed the last race, I would get this car. Hey, let's go! Big fun this round. This big fun this round. And there you have it, a Nissan R390 GT1 race car. Not only is this a small throwback to my original Gran Turismo 4 challenge run, it also sells for nearly 1 million credits, catapulting our round tally to well over 1.2 million. Now, considering the 2 race cars I've already obtained should effectively give me a free round win, I wasn't planning on wasting those last few minutes waiting for the others to finish, especially since I was having way too much fun with the Impreza. Unbeknownst to me though, this would turn out to be the actual best decision I had made in this round, despite only getting an Amused S2000 from it. This is because Turbo, at the very last moments of the round, got himself this.
No! Let's go! Let's go!
Now, not only does this mean that a grand total of 5 race cars have been obtained in this round, it also turned out that the Speed 8 sell value is among the highest in the game at nearly 1.2 million credits. And despite Leguinho and Thunder's efforts, who both got a bunch of decent and surprisingly valuable cars, this round would only come down to Turbo and myself. With a difference of less than 10,000 credits, it turned out that the S2000 was exactly what I needed to stay ahead, as skipping out on it would have made me lose out by an even smaller margin. This nicely brings us back to the standings, as Thunder and Leguinho will be the other 2 to pick up a few points in this round. But with our first round victory in the bag, I had managed to jump into joint 3rd place with JamesVariety. And with 2 more rounds to go, all I had to do was to keep the momentum going. There's one more thing I have to mention before we do that though. We actually forgot to make a rule on what would happen when the scores are tied, for which we came up with a simple solution. The winner will be the one with the highest sell value across all 5 rounds. But this kind of came at random and will totally not happen in this run, right? Anyway, with that rule now added, let's dive into the penultimate round in the Randomizer Championship. For this round, let's take a look at Turbo Anime first, who decided to switch it up by picking up a Shelby Cobra. Now, despite the infamous reputation that this car has in the Gran Turismo franchise, it's a decent choice for this randomizer race thanks to a bunch of quick events that it can participate in. And when you take into account how well his driving has been so far, it probably isn't a surprise that the Cobra wasn't too much for him to handle. Although the first 2 events didn't really give any valuable cars, it was the muscle car competition that finally gave Turbo a valuable reward.
Oh, this might be worth something. It might be.
Someone who followed a similar path was Leguinho, who once again used the remaining time in the last round to buy a Camaro, FTO, and MR2, all of which being compatible for their respective drivetrain specific events. And since the Camaro also has a 1-make race, he had his work very nicely cut out for himself. Unfortunately, Leguinho was not as lucky, especially since he got the Audi A3 a few minutes too late for the 1-make event. Not that it really mattered though, as the prize car would have been one of the million Skylines that are in the game. The rest of us had the opposite idea for this round and instead stuck to the cars that we already had. Thunder did a bunch of rallying first, while James jumped straight into the main road course events. The former's idea to do the rally events first turned out to be very good, since he got a bunch of prize cars which are all eligible for 1-make races, although the cars themselves are not so great in terms of sell value. Both of them also bought a Subaru 360, which despite being one of the slowest cars in the game, has one of the shortest 1-make events. James was the first to do so after a rather uninspiring reward from his first event, for which he obtained a car that was suited style pretty well.
Okay. Alright, that's not awful. That probably sells for something. 30, 40k, maybe? That's what I thought the other fucking thing would sell, the Corvette.
Now initially, he made the smart decision to give it a few upgrades and take it to the American events. He then immediately followed it up by joining the Stars and Stripes Cup, which puts you up against a bunch of modern muscle cars. He then quickly realized why that was a mistake.
This belongs in a garage and nowhere else. This car is done. Yeah, that might have to be it. Fuck the shit. Yeah, this is garbage. Yeah, I'm going there. Whatever gets this done and doesn't have a Viper involved.
Lucky for James, there is also the muscle car competition, which sounds like the exact same thing, except it's limited to cars from 1980 or earlier. The races in this event are also a bit shorter, so he quickly got to work.
Nah, that's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Easy now, might hurt yourself. Hey, at least it's got a built-in wing. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, the first race at New York was quite easy, but once he started with the second race at Infineon, James was completely clueless as to what was about to happen.
Oh, it's a Buick Special up there. That's probably why the points got so high. Alright, I got to. I'm wasting too much time, dude. Oh, that was a bad call anyway. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't go through the grass, dude. I just can't. As long as he stays back, I think traffic is. Look at this right here. See the Cobra? How much he's struggling to get ahead of this guy. Traffic is so bad for these guys because they can't fucking steer. Nobody here can steer. All right, now we just gotta drive a clean race. Easier said than done with this thing. Okay, the Buick Special is back. He's back with a vengeance. You were right to be concerned. Oh, give me a little bump draft. Okay, easy. Easy brew. Okay, we just gotta take this turn easy and then go from there. No room on the inside to pass. No! Go, you son of a bitch! Fucking shit! It's GG. I'm not getting shit from this.
The Buick Special, despite its classic looks, is actually among the fastest classic road cars in the game, with over 500 horsepower stock and some pretty beefy tires, which went on to completely crush any kind of hope James had for this round. After wasting well over 15 minutes getting absolutely nothing and almost breaking his controller in the process, he needed a surefire way to get at least one more prize car. Luckily, he did buy a Daihatsu Midget earlier in the round, so he could use that to, at the very least, get another prize car from this run. Although getting another American muscle car definitely won't help his case here.
I mean, it could have been worse, but that could be very well curtains right there. I think it's Jover. So does the cookie crumble.
While this was going on, I was busy throwing my Blue Menace around the game's various rally courses, city courses, and the Sunday Cup for good measure. Since I had plenty of short events left, I was on for another good haul of cars, although the first few weren't exactly what I needed yet.
Come on. This yellow Storia. Oh god. What a car.
But then, when I finished my third rally event of the round, I felt a shiver roll down my spine. The prize screen felt off. And once the prize car was revealed, I realized he's there.
Race car. Let's go! 4GT race car! That's what I need. That's exactly what I need.
So with that 4GT race car giving me some slightly unhealthy Vietnam flashbacks, we did cut ourselves a very valuable prize car. But when taking the last rounds into account, this definitely wouldn't mean that we would guarantee ourselves a win yet. Oh, and the Sunday Cup gave me a pretty fitting car upon its completion too.
That's like a most appropriate thing to get from a Sunday Cup. It's just so fucking terrible.
Going back to Turbo Anime and Thunder THR, both of them barely missed out on their final prize cars. We did let Thunder finish his last race for this round, but considering his prize car, it didn't really matter anyway.
Oh my fucking god!
This then brings us back to the good old scoreboard, as despite Turbo and myself being the only two drivers who had obtained a race car in this round, the classic Lancer rally car turned out to be much less valuable than my soul-haunting machine from Ford. This therefore allowed me to convincingly win this round, claiming back-to-back victories to keep the comeback tour going. Surprisingly though, the last three drivers in this round were all pretty close in terms of overall car value, with Thunder taking the third spot and James fourth, which is even more surprising considering his woes in the Muscle Car Cup. This then brought the scores to the top three within a 2-point margin, with Thunder, Turbo, and myself still in the running to claim the championship victory. So with it still up for grabs, let's dive into the final round. Unsurprisingly, everyone scrambled to complete as many of the short events as possible. All of us did a variety of special condition races, and this round saw everyone do at least one off-road event. Turbo Anime and Leguinho also received a prize card from the mission events now, so everyone has done some of those throughout this run as well. What's more, everyone got some pretty decent rewards at the start of this round. I would get a Mines Evo, Leguinho the OG Money Farm car, Thunder a Motor Triathlon race car which does have a sell value thanks to the mod, and both Turbo and James got a variant of the Amused S2000. Also, since Leguinho once again bought a car at the end of the last round, in this case a red Impreza, he was able to immediately continue collecting those prize cars. However, it then seemed that we all started to mirror each other's performance and luck in this round, as everyone would continue to get a variety of mediocre to outright worthless cars, like this Mirage I got, which is worth less than 2,000 credits. Turbo Anime didn't quite like that idea and decided to instead do the Subaru 360 one make event. Now, I did this race later in the round and got that worthless Mirage. Turbo, on the other hand, got this.
Oh no! Let's go! 2 in a row! Oh yes! Yes, we're cooking now. We are cooking.
This would theoretically put Turbo Anime in the lead, but what about Thunder and James? Well, the former still wasn't really getting any valuable cars yet, obtaining 2 pretty uninspiring Mazda family cars, although this was followed up by a slightly more useful R33 Skyline. Still, Koopy was, again,
6 digits at least, come on. Is that asking for so much? A 6-digit car for free? Come on. I'm right in my element. This is right where I belong. This seed is fucked, dude.
While James was trying his hardest not to crush his controller, the rest of us were still scrambling to maybe find that one expensive race car that we were all looking for. From the Daihatsu Midget 1-make to the Ice Arena rally stage, everyone was finding the last few short races remaining to gobble up as many prize cars as the round and championship was coming to a close. Why? Why, game? It's to be the absolute clutch of all clutches. That's decent. That's decent.
Yeah, no, we need to do one more. Okay, not too bad.
Okay, it's a rally car. It's okay.
Since I didn't get any race car whatsoever in this round, it is fair to say that the comeback tour had unfortunately ended. But while I was struggling to get any good cars, Leguinho's last-minute racing turbo box from the 80s finally gave him a much-needed round victory. This was then followed by Turbo's variety of junior and race cars and Thunder's surprisingly expensive motor triathlon race car. The only saving grace for myself was that James had an absolutely horrendous round once again, so I was still able to claim the last remaining point of the final round. But this now brings us to the final standings. James, despite his decent start, had a nightmare of a second half, finishing in last place with only 6 points. He lost that last spot to Leguinho, who managed to take home 4th thanks to his last-minute victory in the final round. After this, I would be the one who came in 3rd, barely managing to get into the double-digit scores. But the winner of this challenge is actually tied. Both Thunder THR and Turbo Anime managed to get 13 points, which meant that we had to apply the rule we added in the 3rd round and combine the value of all the cars to see who came out on top. And so, after taking a look at all of their prize cars, and even double checking it while working on this video, the winner of the Randomizer Championship is Turbo Anime, with a total sell value of well over 2 million credits. Turns out that the Bentley Speed 8 from round 3 was a major factor in not only nearly getting the round win, but also for the overall victory. And this is even more special when you consider that he was the only player who did not win a single round in the entire championship. So there you have it. After 5 rounds of joy, despair, and skill issues, we had finally concluded our Randomizer Championship. This was something we all thoroughly enjoyed, and I would like to thank Leguinho, Thunder THR, Turbo Anime, and JamesVariety for joining in and making it happen. And if you haven't convinced your friends to try this for yourselves yet, this video should definitely be able to change that. I will also leave player POVs, the mod link, its settings, and any other links in the description. And while you're at it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you really can't wait for new content, check out my second channel for even more content when I'm bored or stuck making the next video. Like this one, like seriously, it took me way too long to make this. But now it is time for me to look for the next challenge. So I would like to thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.
I can't believe what we've just seen.